What is going on? Levi Apparel. Leaving a little early for the job. All right. All right. Let's get moving. Yo, it is snowing out here. You know what? Let me turn the camera, show you where I'm facing right now. I'm at a stop sign. Yeah, it is snowing. It's heavy. What's up? What's up? At a stop sign. Gotta wait for everybody to go through. All right. Yo, distinct performance, that thing, I'm gonna have to do it tomorrow. Yeah, I have to get up early, clean up the whip, and yeah, clean up the whip, and then sorry, just trying to focus. This area is a little bit slippery. Yeah. Yeah, so clean up the whip, and then I had to leave like a little early. So the plan was to go get your thing out early, but I ended up using it cleaning up, getting myself ready. So it is what it is. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Been driving since I was 16 and a half. Permit, then license. Did the whole school, all that stuff. So, yeah. I currently actually drive a stick shift. And one of the good things about stick shift on the, especially when it's like really slushy, especially if you're like on second gear or first gear, you have control of the speed a little bit better. When you're on regular automatic, you just have drive. You don't have much of a control. Like for me to stop, I don't really have to brake. I can like ease out on the clutch and gas, and that allows me to slow down. And then from there, I can accelerate if I want, put some gas, release off the clutch, and then I'm good. You know? Yeah, man. So my guy said, no doubt, don't rush. I need it. Can't see the bottom part. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, so I'm just gonna focus on the road, get things going. So, normally I'd put either sublimation, HTV, heat press, white toner, or I'll even do what's called a mix of different things on the title. But today I said, you know what? I'm just gonna put updates because I got a lot to talk about, from websites, from the machines, what's going on, to orders, just a whole lot of slew of stuff. So in case um, most people who are not in the apparel don't understand, like right now, between January to March, I think all the way to April, this is the time that most people who are like in the apparel business, they get new machines, they start doing training for new things that's coming up. They start going to like shows for events that's going on, um, getting knowledge. So um, to best understand the business, so as the year progresses, they can do better, right? So all right, this year I gotta try not to say just pause, think about what I'm gonna say, and then just say it, because when you say a lot of what happens is that creates, hold on, yeah, that creates memory loss, and your cognitivism, whatever, is not as great. Yeah, it's not as great as it would be if you were to just think about what you're gonna say and then just say it. All right. So that's the new goal for this year. Try not to say uh, and those things. Right. Just pause, think about what I'm gonna say, and then just say it. You know what I'm saying? If people don't want me to think about what I'm gonna say and then say it, then so be it. But it helps increase brain memory. And on top of increasing brain memory, it also helps by you not continually saying and it helps you with your cognitive thinking and thought, and it actually fires the neurons to start creating connections, so you may be able to get your thoughts out. So that's the new goal. All right. What else? So you know what, let me talk about websites right now. All right. So I have two current platforms. Oh, guys, just pause. Two current platforms I'm using when it comes to websites. One of them is Deca Network, and I'll explain more about that. The other one is BigCommerce, and I'll explain that too. So first, I'm going to go to the one that I use most, and we're just going to focus on BigCommerce. See what I did there? I didn't just go and I thought about what I was going to say and I said it. All right, cool. BigCommerce is a platform I've been using a long time now, and no, I can say and every year I usually write it off, get the money, and then I just pay it, right? So I think in total, with the Incubate added on, I think I said 500 something a year. However, when it comes to, for example, Incubate, it's a little bit more. We're looking at, just to open the website, you need a minimum of $1,000, right? I think it's like 900 bucks, right? Plus you need another 199 to hold you for the year. I don't know if it's later on or during that time frame of time you pay. So that's the grand total of, I forgot what it was. I think it was like $2,000 or $3,000, something like that. And I was just explaining to this thing, performance, trying to figure out which one is best. So currently, BigCommerce is looking like a really good contender. Part of the reason is because I've used, oh man, this guy. Why would you take the off-road if you're not gonna? Anyways. So BigCommerce is a company I've used for a very, very long time. I know their platform. I know how they work, and they are very reasonably priced, right? They're cheap, pretty much. So because of that, I have to do everything myself. They are not really geared for people who are t-shirt designers. They are more there for retail. What can you do with BigCommerce? Okay, if you open a BigCommerce account, right, and you're doing retail like I do, right, you can set it up where people can select whatever color they want when it comes to shirts. You can even set it up where every time they click on or they hover on a color, it will show you the color of shirts. Or if they click on it, it'll show you the color of shirts. You know what I'm saying? They are very versatile. Yeah, so they're very versatile. Um, well, I said however, one issue I have with them is the fact that, you know what, before I go into any issues, I'm gonna just mention all the positive. Positive. You can add anything you want on there that you want to sell. Positive. All you do is you put the image, you add the price, and then you can it even okay, what else? It allows you to have a template section where people can add their artwork. They can add the color size they want. They can add the size they want. You can even set it up where if you're like, okay, I do DTF, all you have to do is send me your image. For the DTF portion, you can put whatever size is that you prefer because it's an e-commerce website. I'm going to pause for a second because I'm trying to get on this busy highway. All right, cool. Yeah, so you're able to put sizes of the shirts from any size, even extra large, 5X. You can go to as many sizes as you want because you're the ones who's inputting in the information. Now, on top of that, for each size, you can put a price down or a price up. So let's say for a, let's say for a 2X, if you're the type that says, hey, if I'm doing design for 2X, I may make the picture bigger, so I'm going to charge you more. You can put plus $2 on there, and whenever the person goes on your website and order a shirt, let's say the shirt is 20 bucks, right? That includes the image, but because they chose a 2X, it will say plus $2 on there. So it's very, very customized, right? That's if you're the type you don't care about people going on your website and doing like custom make where they have the template and they can design and do all that stuff, right? And then when they're done, you get the file. That's for that. However, when it comes to, for example, my friend, I have the right of way. Just hold on, pause, move to the side. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. There you go. Now we all can go. You can go behind me like you're doing right now because there's no cars behind me. And then you're good to go. Nice. I love when people are smart when they're driving. I love that. Right? So you have all those things, right? And then after you're done, as far as artwork, the person can click on image. It will automatically ask them, do you want an image that you already have saved, because if you have images that, if you've been using the website a while, obviously it does this thing where it knows, hey, listen, you have some files here that every time you come here, you obviously use it. Do you want to use those files? And it tells you also, do you want to pick from your computer? If you say computer, it goes to your computer, your files, and you can choose any file that you want. Also, on top of the part where it says image and the person would click, you can even write on there, please make it 300 DPI. That's dot per pixels, right? Or dots per image. So the fact that you are able to have all that luxury and be able to customize, if you're somebody like my guy right there, Distinct Performance, this is going to be perfect for you. You have full control of everything. If you want to increase or decrease the price, you can. If you want to add a new item, right, but you want to keep the same features, right, you can. All you do is you duplicate the same item, you change the picture, and the person will be able to have their choose an image, which you can direct them to what sizes that you prefer. Also, they can choose the color of the garment. They can choose, you can have, for example, a drop down that has all that stuff, or you can have it already ready available. So you have many choices, right? However, there's something that is key that you can do, requirement. You can choose whatever you want to be required. If you don't care about the color shirt requirement, because let's say they don't see the color on one of your color splashes, and they go, oh, I want a burgundy, right? They can put that on the comment. Oh, that's the other part. It allows you to put comment after you're done. So you can go on there and put a comment and say, I mean, the customer can go on there and put a comment and say, I want a burgundy shirt, or I want a two-tone shirt. The arms to be black, whether it's short sleeve or long sleeve, and the rest of the body to be white. They can put comments like that if they want, right? You can also direct them where they would choose, after they choose the image, the color, right? So not everything is customary. Where they would choose the color, you can even say there, these colors are available. However, please comment what you prefer, right? So now that you have that ability, they can choose a shirt that they've seen before and tell you, hey, this is what I want. You don't have it on your color splashes. This is what I want. Now, this is what I was saying. You can either require somebody to choose a color. If you're like, you know what, I just want to use these colors. I don't want anybody to choose any other shirts because I don't want to have to go looking for a tan, a burnt orange, a neon green. I just want you to choose from yellow, black, green, purple, red, green, whatever color you have available. And you're like, these are the colors I like using, I feel comfortable with. Now you can put a requirement on there, right? Just like images. If you want people to not just buy the shirt, because you can put an option where if they choose image, there's a cost. Because now they're saying, I want this custom made. So you can make it required, and then you can put a cost in it if you want, or you can leave it blank, right? Because sometimes people go to a store and just say, or a shop, and they say, you know what, I don't care about your customization stuff. I just want a shirt. I like your store. I want to support you, but I don't want anything customized. I just want a shirt. So in that case, you can even put, let's say you put the shirt for $2.99, right? So $2.99, and then let's say if somebody say they want to customize a shirt, you can say $20, right? So if they choose image for $20, then what will happen is it will say shirt plus image and then color and all that stuff. So the person will see, okay, the shirt costs $2.99, image to add on, customize is $20. I'm looking at $22.99 plus tax. All right, cool. I'll do that. Right? Let's say if they pick something that's like a 3x, a 5x, you know, a 8x, a 10x, I don't know, whatever exists. You can say, oh, if you choose any sizes above 2x, $3, $5, whatever. So now let's say if it's $5, they chose a 3x, whatever. Now they're looking at hold on, I gotta pause real quick. Yeah. Now they're looking at $27.99, right? Plus whatever taxes and shipping fees. So that's why I like BigCommerce, right? It allows a person to just choose. However, some people, they don't want to just choose the color, choose to add an image, right? What else? Choose the print size, because, oh, that's the other thing I didn't mention. You can also set it up, because everything is customized. You can set it up where you can go and choose a print size, right? For example, on one of mine's images, before I added Incubate, I had on there where it said, I'm going to start from the beginning. It gave you an image of a blank shirt, and on the bottom, you can see the different colors available, right, for the image. Oh, excuse me. Now, on top of that, when you go to the, let's say the right side of the screen, you would see where it first says, where it first says image. You click on it, you can add your image. I already put the shirt price because it says customized t-shirt. So I'm not expecting people to purchase a blank shirt, right? So automatically everything is like, let's say 25, 30 bucks, whatever. Now they choose the image they want, done. They choose the color shirt they want, done. And then when they scroll down to the bottom, they choose the size they want, done. After that is the last part I wanted to mention. They have a choice of what size do they want their art. Do they want a full front? And I listed 11 by 17, right? At the time, that's how big my printer was. So let's just say 11 by 17, or even a 13 by 19, right? After that, it's a, no, I put 13 by 19, 11 by 17. What else? 8 by 11. And then I did, I think, a 5 by 5 or 5 by 4, one of those. And each one of them, I gave them names. So it'll be pocket, right? So you have those options. However, I also put two options for each. You can do front with a back, or you can do a back with a pocket. Right? So you have all those options available to you that you can choose and then list what size it's going to be. Now, you can also choose for everything you itemize individually, right? You can choose the prices you want. Let's say if the yellow shirt is, for some reason, became too expensive. You can add the yellow on there as like, you know, $2 plus, right? Let's say if for some reason, whenever you do like a 13 by 19, your printer pushes out a little bit too much ink and you don't like that, you can say, if you want 13 by 19, that is going to cost you $2 plus. Or you can just leave everything void and just put a total price for everything, the whole package, and then people just select, right? Precious, what is a precious piece? Hey, y'all. All right. Yeah. So with all that said, you have total customized ability, and it's only for, I think it went up to $39.99, something like that. But yeah, it's just a monthly payment of that, right? You get a 15-day trial, so you can set it up, all that stuff, and then when the month is over, you can decide, okay, do I really want to pay this or do I not? Now, obviously, that's the beginning price. They do have higher prices, right? So if you want higher price, you get a little bit more capabilities, and you have access to open multiple stores. I forgot to tell you that. You can open multiple stores, so you can not only have one, you can have multiple stores opened up where you can just have a store with DTF only. What in the world is this guy doing? Come on, bro. You're on an on-ramp. It's a slushy day. Just chill. There you go. That's how you do it. Yeah, this is not a clear road day where you're just gonna speed up in front of somebody and cut them because you're on an off ramp. You don't do that. Anyways, like I was saying. So yeah, so BigCommerce allows you to have a lot of capabilities. BigCommerce have that. It's just clutch to having straight up success. When you have an e-commerce store, a lot of people don't realize you can go to a part on your store. I think it's on your left-hand side. It says app. So your e-commerce store has apps. All the apps are just companies that the BigCommerce website, whoever you have, is affiliated with, and you can add whoever they're affiliated with that does what you want as a plugin, right? So now let's say Distinct Performance says, you know what? I put all these details, but people are hitting me up, still emailing me like the image. I don't, I'm doing like 1,000 images. I don't want to do that anymore, right? So now Distinct Performance can add an app where it says, what does it say again? It says, what's that thing say? Incubate. So Incubate is a website designed for customizing apparel. Now, it gets a little bit more detailed than that. Let's say, let me put up the heat a little bit. Let's say, okay, so let me explain Incubate. After all that, the customer just wants to go in, add the image, see it on the shirt, and then pay. Choose their size, whatever, everything they do on custom make. Choose that side and just call it a day. Let's say that feature I said is one of the features that's added, and then also people are given the option of customizing their own stuff. Everybody's clicking customize. Nobody's using that little feature on the pre-customized shirt and this and that, right? You do it yourself. They're choosing the one where you can see the shirt, the image on the shirt, and you said, man, I really want to do that, just like custom make. Now you can. Why? With Incubate, it's a plugin. The plugin goes onto your website to do anything but click, allow Incubate to sync in to your website, and then that's it. Any payments is handled by you. Incubate doesn't get anything except for the monthly fee that you would pay them, and that's it. So that's the really clutch part I like about BigCommerce. It gives you the option to go personal with the item or automated with the item. What the hell? You guys gotta see this. Oh, you can't see it. Sorry. I guess where I am in that area, I got the windshield wiper going back and forth, but that area is where all the snow is going to. But what I want you to see is on the other side. So I'm going this way, right? Usually the other side is supposed to go that way. Everybody's going this way. There's an accident on the other side, and apparently that accident caused a reversal of traffic. That is crazy. But yeah, so like I was saying, with Enki Bay, you're able to do a whole lot more. And wow, I'm glad I left an hour and a half extra. So man, when you add that to my usual time, I'm looking at least 2.5 hours extra just to get to work. Yeah. That road is bad. Oh man. Complete stop of traffic on the other side. It's snowing right now in Boston. Yeah. So just like I was saying, it's easier to have BigCommerce, but just the fact that but here's the thing. When it comes to Enki Bay is perfect. It integrates with your system. However, you still have to do the work of telling Enki Bay what items you want them to give the people the customization ability, right? So this is how Enki Bay system works, right? Let's say you have a shirt and it's a white shirt. You go on the Enki Bay platform, Enki Bay will see all the items you have listed. You can choose the item you want. You can even choose, let's say you have a section that says DTF orders, right? And you have like a blank screen and you make it say DTF orders. Let's say 2, because you have one that's customized you've already did, but now you decided, let me add the Enki Bay. So you have to, it's best to do a second one and not add the first one you did, because if you add the first one onto Enki Bay, you decide you don't want to use Enki Bay anymore, it kind of messes up the system you have set up. So it's best to just create a new one, attach it to Enki Bay. Once you do that, right, and you have a blank screen with DTF order in the bottom, people can now do this, right? If they have a gang sheet, they can take a gang sheet and add on to it. Or if they want, they can add an image and use one of your customized images already in the system to add on to it. Like, for example, oh, I added this image of my, I don't know, mother or father, and I wanted it to say at the top, love you, mom, or love you, dad, and like faded text or something like that, or bold text. They have that ability, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they'll have that ability with the Enki Bay. And all they have to do is just load the image. They'll be able to see the image on the screen. After they see the image on the screen, they'll be able to add text. They can even put animals, anything that's a template that's already in the Enki Bay system, they'll be able to do that. You know? So now they can do their own customization. And then at the end, you just get the file. That's basically it. So this is why I've stuck with BigCommerce for this long. However, it's one of those systems that it's a do-it-yourself. Everything is do-it-yourself. They allow you the features. There's something called option set. Option set, all it is you put in key terms or keywords that allow you to customize plugin onto anything that you have. So let's say you have a shirt, right? And you realize people keep sending you these like small images. And like, yeah, I told you 300 DPI or 1500 DPI, right? But people keep sending it to you, and you're like, dang it, it's a whole lot of people, man. Let's say it's 1,000 people. Each one is paying $20, right? So that's like what, 2,000? That's a lot of money, but also a lot of work. So with the option set, you can create an option, like it says option set, an option. Now, on top of saying image, artwork, color, size, location of image, you can put on, if your artwork is too small or is not 300 DPI or 1500 DPI, you will be charged artwork fee, and then you can put a requirement and make it say yes or no, right? So if they say no and they send you the artwork, you can easily tell you said no, you don't need to customize. And also you can add a price for it too. So if they click yes, you can make it automatically say, I don't know, $10, right? Add it on to whatever. If they say no, you can make it say 0, right? So now they don't have to pay any artwork fee because their artwork is all set. So now this is not the incubate. This is just the customization features. I just forgot to mention it, so I'm going back to it. Now, you have that set up. If they say to you, if you look at their artwork, you're like, man, this is tiny, and I have to work on it. No, you can cancel that order or send them a message. Please revise your order. Do you want it revised? If they say yes, then you can either choose it for them or have them go back in and choose that option. Good to go. These are some of the features that BigCommerce allow you, and then on top of having that incubate, people can customize their own stuff, and that is a little bit more expensive when they customize. Incubate has a set price. That's the only thing I don't like about it. It has a set price. The only thing you can do is bring it up, and you can slightly bring it down, but it's not much. However, it does have this feature where if somebody chooses 1,000 images, 1,000 shirts, for example, they will price it down to be at a reasonable price. You can still go back and reset that so it can be at a price that you want. Because if you're doing 1,000 orders, and then you're looking at it, it's like $10 per order, and you're like, wait, I am not getting paid that little for that much work. Then you can set it up where you can get a little bit more, right? But with BigCommerce, everything, if you are the type, I used to be like that. I kind of am like that, but I'm at that point where I got too many machines to deal with. I don't want to deal with artwork. So this is why I went to Deca Network, right? We're transition to Deca Network. So back to BigCommerce. If you're in BigCommerce, it is really great. It's really affordable. Oh, I forgot. The Incubate also has options, and it can give you unlimited options too. The higher tier you go, the more artwork you get, and the more customized it gets for the viewer experience. You know what I'm saying? But it starts off as $19.99, right? So basically, let's say $20 and $40, right? So you're looking at around $60 for the month, right? That's BigCommerce. All right, now we have BigCommerce all set, right? Oh, also the other thing with BigCommerce is this. Let's say, who knows what happens? Like your machine's having issues, you got to send it in. You got to pay overhead fees, all this stuff. And then also you have to pay yourself at the end of the day, let's say you don't have enough to pay BigCommerce. BigCommerce, I think, gives you up to two to 3 months to pay them what you're supposed to pay them. And Incubate also gives you around 1 full month before you can pay them what you're supposed to pay them. But if you wait, you're paying 2 payments. So just so you guys know that it's not like you're paying one payment. You're gonna pay for the months that you're using. It's just they give you that little bit leeway to be able to pay, right? So that's BigCommerce. So far, what I've said about BigCommerce is terrific. It's great. This is something that everybody should get. You know, you can have customized, automated, or you can have it non-automated, right? If you're on vacation and you don't feel like picking up artwork and doing it for people, and you're like, you know what, I just want this to be automated. I just want to focus on the printing process. You can do that. You can have it automated. But if you are the type that says, wait, I understand it's customized, but I still have to do all the work. And I really don't have time to do all the work. I want something that's ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want a ready to go. I pay for it. People can, the same day I purchase it, right? All I have to do is push this button, push that button, and press publish, and it starts. That's what I want. Now, you have that ability with another company called hold on one second. Yeah, you have that ability with another company. Their name is Deca Network, right? You also have the same ability with BigCommerce. I mean, with sorry, not BigCommerce, Incubate. I mean, Inksoft. Sorry. So there's two I'm gonna mention. Inksoft. Hold on one second. I believe I hung up, but okay, cool. All right, cool. We're back. Yeah, so there's two companies I'm thinking about getting to help me out. Okay. You have these two companies. One is called Inksoft, the other is called Deca Network. Now, I have the BigCommerce. I do have the Deca Network. The only issue I have with the Inksoft is I may call them. Who knows? Maybe they'll give me a discount and allow me to just start the process and then pay them the next month, right? But we're gonna go to the harder ones, the plugin, and then I'm gonna go to the super easy one, right? Now, with Deca Network, it's the same format as Incubate, right? On the BigCommerce network, web application, whatever. You're allowed, once you set up the Deca Networks, Deca Network has, if I could explain it, it's like going to, for the customer experience, it's like going to Custom Make. Everything you see on Custom Make, you can do with Deca Network. However, it's a $900 down, $199 a month. At the time I'm saying this, things may change, may not change, who knows, right? However, what it brings you is the simplicity of not having to do shit. Pardon my French. The minute you set it up, right? And by setting it up, obviously you have to set up your price, your what you want people to do. Sometimes you may want people only to use on certain shirts, DTF or screen printing or whatever. It allows you to customize everything, but all you have to do is add blank shirts, right? And you don't even have to design anything. Everything is set up for you, and all you're doing is just plug and play. That's it. You're plugging the blank shirts. It adds a whole list of blank shirts. It even asks you, do you want adult, child, whatever. So let's say if you don't do adults at all. I mean, if you don't do adults at all, you just focus on kids clothes. You can remove that portion, and then you can focus on kids clothes. It even allows you a feature where you can add your own clothing in there. So if you don't want theirs, you can add your own stuff, right? But it still gives you the area where you can customize the shirt, right? On top of that, let's say if you were a customer of your store, you can go to your store, automatically you'll see blank shirts. You can click on it. Let's say you want a long sleeve. You click on the long sleeve. You click on the sleeve, and you can add words. If you want image on the front, you click on the front. You can add image. You can have it to the turn to the back. You can add image, right? You can add anything you want. You don't have to physically put in the text, the option set to say, hey, I want you to, whenever this person click on this as mandatory, for it to give you a price to add on to the image. I mean, to the order. Everything is already said and done. All you have to do is just press the button, bam, 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 you're done. This is the ease and use of being able to have something a little bit more expensive, of having something super expensive. In other words, everything is done for you. Everything is done for you. If you want to customize, you can customize if you want, but everything is done for you. If you want to do something that's called, I think it's like a storefront almost, where a customer can go and add an image and then campaign. The word is campaign. If you want a customer to have a campaign, like for example, if a school decides they want their mascot to be on shirts, but since we're in the 2024, I'm tired of it, right? Now that there's no more paper, everybody has a phone. All they need is a website. You can create one of those little things where it has like the barcode, and they can QR code, right? All you have to do now is just send the school a QR code. It will have the website that you have set up for their campaign, right? A campaign, all it is when it comes to Deca Network, it's a place where somebody who's in charge of that campaign, right, like a teacher, would put the image of the school. Then they can choose a variety amount of different clothings that they can allow to be used for those images. They can also allow locations they want for those clothings to have the images, right? Or they can just leave it free willy. Anybody can do anything they want. With that setup being available to people, they can do whatever they want, and then all you do is get an order, bling, order just came in, bling, another order just came in, right? Now, you know how people usually lose those little pamphlet that's supposed to tell you what size, who's ordering it, this and that, and they're supposed to collect the money. You don't have to do any of that. Somebody forget to order a shirt, right? As long as they're willing to just, if your store is closed, they're willing to pick it up, or they're willing to wait until the order gets home. They can say, "Oh man, today, oh man, next week is the thing, and I forgot to order the shirt." Oh, you know what? If you have like a 3-day turnaround time, or let's say it's 2 weeks before, and they were told a month before, and they said, "Oh man, I need the shirts. Let me order it right now." Bam, bam, bam. Okay, cool. I'm gonna do priority, right? And then it tells the time that's gonna get there. Let's say, oh, it'll get there like in a couple of days, whatever, right? Bam, they're good. They get their shirt a week, 2 weeks, whatever later, and now they can still be part of the activity that's going on for the school. So Deca Network allows a little bit more, um, and it's a little bit at a lower price. However, just like BigCommerce, a lot of the features are plug and play. You have to set it up and you have to allow it. If there's something that you see you want to do and somebody's trying to do it and they can't, you have to go in and allow that feature or turn it off, right? So it gives you a full capability to do whatever you want, but at the same time, it's kind of annoying, you know what I mean? To turn on and turn off certain features when you could just say, hey, I'm not doing backs, I'm not doing fronts or whatever, you know? But anyways, it gives you a lot more capability for you to have the try to let this car go through. There you go, buddy. Go get in there. Yeah, so Deca Network allows you to have a lot more capability. But the thing is, you almost like BigCommerce, you still have to do a lot of plug and play. So it's automated to a point. Now, a person can still go choose whatever clothing they want and size, all that. Here's the part that you're going to love about Deca Network. They've already plugged in the shirts for you, the shirt company. They've already plugged in the, well, let's say the apparel company. So if the person wants hats, whatever, right, they can get it. Now, here's another feature that is allowed. If somebody decides that they want to do embroidery and you allow embroidery, they can see the image embroidered. It would say the stitch size, all that. And it will send the file to you, but it will send it to you as a regular file, and you have to digitize it yourself. And you can add a digitizing fee, all that, or you can cancel the digitizing fee. It's all up to you, right? On top of that, you can do what's called a art fee if you want, if they're sending images and you're like, you know what? Because BigCommerce, what Deca Network will do is the images already come in whatever file you want to accept it. You can choose it as a Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator, AI, I believe Corel, whatever you want, it will come in. So now you don't have to worry about all that. But here's the thing. If you're saying to yourself, you know what? I have to pay for this feature, because you do pay for that feature. It's included in it, but you do pay for it. You can say, you know what? No matter who comes in, I'm charging an artwork fee, right? So now, especially if they know your company is known to charge artwork fee, you can charge the artwork fee. You can add the fee onto their price, and you don't have to make an artwork fee. It's just added on. They add it on to you to pay automatically. You add it on to them to pay automatically. You can do the difference, what it would cost, and then you can do that too, right? So with a company like that, everything is included, and it's clutch. Like it's wonderful. It's wonderful. But we're gonna get even better. Even better. Right? So if you want Deca Network, I have it currently, and today I think I'm gonna try and see if I can get Inksoft also and try them out. So we're gonna segue to Inksoft soon. Now, Deca Network is great for those who don't want to waste time for those who still want to have the customizability and is willing to pay the price, right? So, like I said, I believe just to begin for the first year, you have to pay a 900 fee, right? I think 1,000 to $900 fee. The reason why is because it's for artwork and licensing fees. I don't know if they do that every year, but I know for the first year, at least they do it. After that, it's a 199. That's the beginning. There's higher tiers where you have more capabilities, like you can open more stores. Oh, by the way, you can open more than one stores too. I forgot to mention that. And they all have the same capability, and you can manage all of them through your portal and all that, just like BigCommerce. Um, so yeah, so you have all that ability, right? Uh, at the end of the day, you're probably looking at maybe, I don't know, 5 to 6K maybe, depending on what you choose. Maybe plus the extra 900 or 1,000. So it's pretty pricey, but it gets the job done. And if you already have everything preset, you don't want to worry about it. Once you set it up, you set it up, you pay for it, and you forget it. Orders come in, you just take the orders through your portal, and then you're done. You're done. You can even have it set up where as soon as you come in the shop, it's already logged into your portal. You see all the work, the jobs you have to be done, jobs completed, jobs waiting. It's really cool. It's really cool. Also, you have that same capability with BigCommerce. Just wanted to mention that you can see everything. Um, Now, there's another company that I'm interested in. So this year, I believe I'm gonna get maybe one or two equipments. That's it. Um, the next company we're gonna talk about is Inksoft. Inksoft, oh my goodness, it is amazing. Inksoft is made for the apparel only business. Inksoft is made for the apparel only business. Holy moly. Yo, Inksoft is just amazing. It's amazing. However, I believe they start at $299 a month. And like their thing is they're pricey, but they deliver. Now, here's something that they do that none of those companies do. Whenever you have BigCommerce, Deca Network, it's up to you what you want to do with it. After that, once you have it set up, you're good to go. You have people available if you want to speak with them, website issues, whatever. You know, you want to know new features, they're available for you. I know BigCommerce is available for you 24 hours, by the way, 24 hours. Anytime you call, they're available for you, right? Uh, comes to Inksoft and Deca Network, I don't really know if they're available for 24 hours, but I do know they probably have off hours for tech support. Because I can imagine if you're having issues. My guy, Distinct Performer says, I'm going to check it out. Nice. Now, when it comes to Inksoft, all those features of customizing Inksoft, man, Inksoft is a company that has everything ready to go. Inksoft also comes integrated, or if you have to add it on, but there's the print system set up in there also. So you can, if let's say you all of a sudden become like a super big, mega big print shop, right? And that's your goal, but you want to something that you can work and e-commerce, they all can, but Inksoft does some exact thing as Deca Network more advanced BigCommerce, a little bit more advanced than Deconnect, where it's primarily made only for designers and customizing features. You turn this thing on, you don't have to plug in anything. It's already preset. All you do is you pay and it's done for you. Everything, the website, everything, your name, or the only thing you have to do is just put your name, address, just like you would with anything, and your payment feature, and it's published. Everything done for you. You don't have to set up fees, this and that, nothing. It's all done for you. I believe it's $1,000 down, right? So you can use work, and their artwork is phenomenal. Their artwork is phenomenal. Just like their network, you have the ability to order the shirts, list of companies, so you can do everything in the portal, just like Deca Network. You can order the shirt or whatever apparel that you want, hats, whatever. Mugs. But the features are just crazy. The templates are just crazy. People choose whatever they want. You don't want a person to choose that because you're like, you know what? My mug machine is down. You know that thing where you go on a website and it says future order. You can set that as a future order so people can still order things at the same time. It's post dated so it could be done in the future. And then you can even set up a calendar and stuff. Machine may be ready in 2 weeks. I'm good with that. Order stuff like that, or it'll say, what? What is that? Is that? So where is he going? All right. So yeah. So like I said, Inksoft is really great. It is the Cadillac of all. New big balling, but it's expensive. It is expensive. However, they have what is called a coaching call. So for that extra expense that you're spending, it's actually going to somebody, and that person is your marketer. Yeah, their job, literally their job. Because I've spoken to them before. I went to set it up. I almost set it up, and then I backed down. But I think I may go for it, depending on how the Deca network set up. Because there's one thing that BigCommerce doesn't do. There's one thing that Deca Network, I don't believe they do, is consultation. Like, if you have a business, consultation is really, really big. And what a consultation is basically you have somebody that's checking in on you, that's saying, hey, for example, I'm gonna use Distinct Performance, for example. I can call Distinct Performance and be like, hey, if you don't mind, Fernando. Oh, sorry, Ferdinand. Ferdinand, how's business going? Oh, it's going great. Okay, how's your, finances? Oh, finances is going great. We noticed that based on what you said to us last month, you're stating the same thing this month. And what they'll do for you is this, right? They'll figure a strategy because they have a marketing team that's not just for them, that's for you. And their whole focus is basically this: they want you to make more, because the whole game of why they're contacting you is because they want you to eventually go to the elite status on their website for the features. right? So let's say if this year you are stuck on the standard payment, next year their goal is to get you to the more elevated payment. The following year, it's to get you to go to elite status, and then after that, it's price. You know what I'm saying? Where that's the last one, but they don't stop because you're there. They keep talking to you. They keep like it's literally you have a marketing team that's at your disposal that hits you up like, hey, we notice you're selling a lot of sublimation, but when it comes to your DTF, you're lacking. Have you done commercials for sublimation? And we notice you selling a lot of mugs. At this time frame, this is what you're selling. At that time frame, this is what you're selling. Next year come around, how about you do a campaign? Or they might even tell you do a web advertising. And then here's another thing that all these different features, BigCommerce, Anki BigCommerce, Deca Network, Inksoft. Whenever a customer come, even if their name and stuff is not saved, right, their email is automatically saved, because in order for you to get your price and information about your product, they have to email you. So that's automatically saved. So in each one of those sites, I believe you can do a campaign. To do a campaign, all you would need to do is just go to, for example, man, it is super hot in here. Yeah, all you would need to do for the campaign, you go to Zazzle, I don't know, those other companies, or Chipmonkey, whatever, right? Those mailing system where you set up a campaign. In other words, a flyer for your website so people can order. So let's say they'll be like, oh, we noticed that a lot of mugs were ordered from you. It's like your site is driving people to just order mugs consistently. You had that from the beginning of your store opening for all to even now. And look, right now, whoa. Oh, dang, a truck just came and just splashed the heck out of me. Yeah, man. This is why I drive at safe speed. Anyways, so what they'll do is this. They'll let you know, and also what they'll do is they'll have you go to your dashboard and show you all the data. They'll show you how to analyze everything. Basically, they're teaching you how to run your business efficiently. Their whole thing is you want efficiency and you don't want to leave anything on the table. They'll even show you, hey, listen, this month you had let's say after you've done the flyer, right, for a discount, they'll say, look, last month you had let's say 20 what's that thing called, abandoned carts. They'll tell you after you did the flyer or the advertisement, and let's say you gave a discount on the mugs, right? Look, out of the 20 that's usually left every month, you now have only 2. How about you do some more advertisement every so often for mugs, and even allow certain the was well deserved, by the way. It's to bring the thought forth. Certain mugs that you don't typically offer, why don't you leave that feature on for this mug? Or we could show you how to implement an add-on image for two-tone mug or colored mugs that, when you're drinking, it changes colors, that will help you promote and grow your store even more. Now, they might even have you hone in to what your store focuses on, because whenever people who you get to a point when you open a store, you'll have regulars that come in. Now, you should care about all your customers, but the regulars are the ones that definitely need to be tended to. They're the ones that you're sending flyers to saying, hey, discount, go buy 50% off, go buy 30% off. They're the ones that you want to keep coming, because they love coming back. Why? Because they understand you're your store. They know, okay, cool. I put in this price. No, I pick this item. I put this image. I pick my mailing service. Then it comes to me usually between, let's say if you're really good and you're really fast, or you're next to that person, between 2 to 3 days, Amazon style. You know what I'm saying? Now what happens is the person will have your store figured out. And if they're a big supporter, they will also go to your YouTube channel or your social media and leave a comment saying, man, this store is wonderful. I ordered something. I got it within 2 or 3 days, and within a week, whatever you set as a standard for your delivery service, right? Now, whenever they order, they know, okay, if I order this specialty mug, it will get to me at this time. And you know what? I always order the red mug. Let me go for this black mug that turns into red whenever I put hot items in it. Ooh, even greater, right? And my image will be on it too. Nice. Now they're ordering. So next thing you know, the following month, they'll hit you up like, hey, you may consider what your niche is. Why? Well, if you look at, because they'll be able to help you pull out the graphs, payments, everything. If you look at this customer, they've only ordered one shirt from you, but every single day they ordering shirts. I mean, they're ordering mugs. Look, mug for mom, mug for dad, mug for uncle, aunt, niece, and nephew. Yeah. Even mug for co-workers, whoever Todd is. It seems that, and then when you look at your other customers, you have 1 or 2 shirts, but the majority of them is ordering mugs. Now, you do have a place, and each one of all those locations, right? BigCommerce, Deca Network, and even Inksoft, they allow you to put banners. They may tell you, hey, why don't you put banner for mug and say sell? That way, when people come onto your website, the majority of the time, they're there for mugs anyways. It cuts to the chase. They don't have to find your mug image and click on it. They don't have to go to the tab and scroll down and click on mug. The mug is already there. Now it cuts down it creates more efficiency, because as soon as they come to your website, mug, customized, pick shipping. All right, let's say it's UPS. Pick UPS. Wait for it. 2 or 3 days later, got it. Sipping on it. Nice. You know what? I think use a mug. Go back on the website, mug. Next thing you know, you have mug orders all over the place. You know what I'm saying? But that's just one thing. It could be hoodies. It could be anything. People tend to have a routine that they follow, and when they come to your website, that routine will be displayed. Now, you can do all that yourself. You do not need to go to have like somebody contacting you for marketing and all that stuff. and telling you, hey, this is what you should be doing in your ears, especially if you're somebody that says, I really don't care about your opinion. I'm going to do whatever I want. But yeah, but sir, you have more efficiency if you do this. Nah, I went into business, so people don't tell me what to do. So I don't need to listen to you. I'm going to do what I want to do. If I feel like this is what I want for today, this is what I want for today. People order, people don't, they don't. Now, you could have that mindset and decide like, hey, I don't want that, right? I believe, I don't know, I'm not sure, because this is a service that they do automatically. They could just figure out how to talk to you and not have you get that service if possible. If not, it may just be where you just maybe get a, hey, how you doing? How's your store? How you feeling about the find out if you're gonna continue, and that's it. But who knows? Who knows? They how their system works. All I know is these are my 3 picks for what's that thing? That big noise you were hearing, that's my windshield wipers. Yay, we can go back to 25. I'm near work. And I still have some time. I have about an hour to chill because I'm an hour early. Nice. I thought it was going to take me 2 hours to get here, but it was only like an hour and a half. So I lost some time, but it is what it is. So, while I'm pausing, I may just decide to park somewhere and then just answer any questions you guys may have or whatever maybe. I think I should have just brought this thing performance stuff and just go to the mail office. That would have been cool. All right, yo, I am hot. Whew. All right, so yeah, so these are the different companies I've been dealing with for the last I say 3 to 4 years. Now, here's the thing. I've had all of them. That's how I know how they operate. I've had Inksoft system. Perfect. Oh my God. I love Inksoft. Whew, their system is so clutch and clean. The way they do everything, integration, perfect. I believe they even send you the digitized files. I believe, like everything that's done, you get the files. They also allow digitizing on there. People can digitize their stuff and see it on the shirt. And I believe you can check them out. All right. Okay, don't go stripping on worldwide TV. That's funny. Oh man. Yeah, so yeah, like, oh man. Bro. Cut off a little bit. So yeah, like I was saying, I've dealt with BigCommerce the most because they're least inexpensive. Right? I'm not going to use the word cheap this year. The word we're using is inexpensive. And if it's really cheap, we'll use the least inexpensive. All right? We got to create habits so we can do better. So the least inexpensive is BigCommerce. because they don't do nothing for you. Everything is just there at your disposal to use how you want and how you please. Now, second up is Deca Network. They're the median in all this because you get all the features you would get for Inksoft, but not as much. Like the stores, you get a whole lot more stores in the beginning process than you would at Deca Network. But for the same price, $2.99, you get pretty much the same as Inksoft, except the digitizing I don't think is done for you, but who knows? Who knows? When it comes to what's that thing called? BigCommerce, there's, I mean, you can make it say digitizing services or digitizing, and if they have digitized artwork, they can put it on there, right? But they would have to supply you with the digitized artwork. Money savings. Now, here's the thing. I want to save money, but if you really want to grow, and this is something I have to think heavily, I believe Inksoft is the way to go. If you're looking to make this into your bread and butter, Inksoft is the way to go because Inksoft will see where you are deficient and efficient, allow you to look and see where you need growth, help you promote growth, not just tell you, help you promote your growth, and check in on you every single time to make sure you are following through. Because, you know, with us being head of the company and the one who started, owner, and all that stuff, sometimes lazy. You know what I mean? Where if you was to hire somebody and you put them in marketing, they're going to do marketing. You know? But when it's us who own it doing marketing, we're like, yeah, I'll do it next time. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll check in the stats maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. When I feel like it. You know? So that's why they are big when it comes to like growth. And part of the reason why I didn't mention all the features they can do is because they do everything that those companies do, but better. You know? Better and more expensive. So at the top of the list is definitely, like I've been saying, Inksoft. Ooh, man. I need to eat. I got some fruits I'm about to eat. But yeah, so Inksoft is more growth friendly, in my opinion. And if you have Inksoft, dare I say it, this time next year, if you're working for somebody, chances are you're not gonna be. If you choose to continue to work for somebody, chances are you're gonna be making too much money. That's if you're following their regimen and you're doing everything they want you to. And as far as money savings, what they'll be able to help you do will act as a money saving feature because you will have the opportunity and the ability to grow. And with growth, you know, comes more money going at you. And it may come to a point where they may tell you, hey, raise your prices, you know? So with all that said, at the end of the day, you gotta choose which one you want. but I at least gave you guys some detail of what is the best. I'm gonna stay on longer because I got the time. Usually my friend hits me up. He hasn't hit me up yet, and I'll read your comments. Too many people here, just like I like it. When there's too many people, things are going on, and then people start getting rowdy on the chat. And you got have moderators, monitor, and all that stuff. So yeah, now we've talked about website. We're gonna move on to other stuff. Growth. So just like Inksoft would want most of their customers to do is grow, right? That's me segueing to the next one. Um, the feature of being able to do mail advertising is going to be big this year for me. However, I need to choose a website that's going to be efficient, that's going to allow me to do less work, because as you're doing advertising, what you'll notice is there are a slew of different type of customers that's going to be coming in. You see that right there? By learning to pause and to think before I say anything, I'm saying words that I'm not used to saying. A slew, meaning a lot. A lot of variety. You know what I'm saying? A sum of people or thing, you know? Look at that. Vocabulary is growing. That's what I'm talking about. So doing advertising is going to be big, and we are planning on doing advertising. As far as flyer, I already have the flyer. It's just my logo and website, along with like a little detailed description of what we do and what we sell. Next, it's just add a QR code onto that thing, and I'm ready to go. That's it, just a QR code. So on the channel, we're gonna learn QR codes. That's coming. And to create a QR code, it's not even that difficult. So we're gonna do it. Next, machines. I've been wanting to get into what is called large format printing for sublimation for a while. I know how to do tile, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to do tiling. It's easy. You just have the printer print it, multiple pages, you cut it out and you put it together and you do tiling. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work, especially if I'm going to say, if I'm allowing all over sublimation for shirts, that's like $50 a shirt. But even at $50 a shirt or $45 a shirt, right? Just cutting all, let's say you got 50 shirts for that one customer. Sure, you're making money. No, let's say you got $100. That's what? $4,500 that you're looking at, right? 45 to 5K. But you gotta do all that work, cutting multiple pages, putting them together. I don't want to do that. All I want to do is print, put it on the shirt, heat press it. Next side, heat press. That's it. I don't want a bunch of pieces of paper all around my shop. My shop's not huge. So also at the same time, I don't want to have to deal with what's that thing? I just don't want to have to deal with buying a humongous printer. So I've been looking at, I can mention it now, the Canon printers for large printing. It's not for sublimation, but it allows you to input your own ink in there. Well, mostly their ink, but we'll say your own ink. LOL. Hold on, let me check the time. It's only 2:08. Nice. I don't start till 3. Nice. That gives me some time to just chill. All right. Yeah. Hopefully, man, this week I need to try to call my dad. All right, guys, hold on.
Please take the parking ticket. Please enter following items.
On my windows. Ooh-wee. All right. Woo! We made it. The JOB. Time to work for the plantation. Yeah. Let me get my wordings correctly. Yes, massa. Massa, sir, massa. Man, massa. Yeah. No, it's not lunchtime. I got way too much time, and I just want to give you guys some of my time, you know, because I got a lot to offer, and I just want to offer it. Yeah. Woo-wee. All right, so we talked about websites, decorative methods on websites, which websites to go to that's the best for decorative people and apparel. Then we went to flyers. We talked about flyers and how we're gonna set up the flyers, then add a QR code, eventually mail those flyers. Because in case you didn't know, if you want to do advertising, um, oh, UPS, UPS, FedEx, all those companies, they provide you flyers, and I believe through the UPSS or those other locations, you can also mail stuff to customers and potential customers either in your state, in your region, national, or I don't know about international, but I know national, meaning the whole United States. That's if you want to be able to have a whole range of customers coming to you, right? So that's going to be one of the main focus this year. We're not going to focus on equipment. We've already purchased our equipment. Nice time put if they don't work, what we're going to do basically scrap them, get something better. Because if they're not working, that means they did their job. And by doing their job, let me see, distinct performance says, I need more. LOL. I feel you. I feel you, bro. So yeah, with that ability of being able to have the amount of customers coming in, being able to push more customers to come in, now your range of making more money is going to be even wider. The question will be, I believe pretty soon I may be facing that question, but it's really not a question for me because I don't care. I make 1 million, I make 100,000, 50K, 20K, whatever. My thing is, I'm still gonna try to keep my job because my daughter um, has really good medical insurance where I'm at because I work at a hospital. Let me say it. But because of that, she's able to get a little bit more flexibility on the insurance that we have to be able to get a lot more care and for us not to take too much out of our pocket. So this place has given me a great opportunity, and I've also been working there since I was 16. You know, I'm pretty much 39 right now, right? This year I'm 39. So giving back for me is allowing me myself to be here a little bit longer. Even if I'm hitting big numbers, I would love to just still help them out as much as I can because they've done a whole lot for me, you know what I mean? Especially throughout that whole situation. Don't have to mention it, but you know, that whole situation with my daughter. In the long run, the biggest hurdle I believe I'm going to face is not how much I'm going to make. It will be how will I deal with the machines I have currently and what upgrades do I need to make? I believe that is going to be the next thing for the future as far as like, Levi Apparel goes. So right now, currently, I'm looking at bigger machines, more industrial. Also, I'm looking at other locations that may be best suited for me to have a little gig to be run as far as a semi legitimate thing, you know, so I can be able to provide more success to the company so it can be able to grow a little bit further. Eventually, I would love to have employees, family first, right? Now, when I say employees, I'm talking about mostly people like the wife and kids to just help out because if I pour into them, they pour into me, we pour into each other, the company grows. As the company grows, now I can appoint um, different people for different jobs. And eventually, who knows, maybe I open different locations. That's like a maybe. Distinct Performance says, I need all upgrades like that shop I told you about. Oh, yeah, Lee Stewart, his shop is bomb. And the fact that he has all that space, he can upgrade and he was able to build that. Well, I think that shop was already there. All he did was he conformed it to what he wanted to. Being able to have something like that is just clutch. I don't. moving forward with the whole shop situation, I've had an office shop situation and I liked it. The reason why I liked it is because when people came, like people who are already near or around or in the same business facilities, it really helped as far as like just being able to get work from them. But at the same time, they were busy doing their own thing. And I did not have to worry about them coming in and interrupting me and asking me little questions about, hey, what kind of shirt are these? What do you do? I need this, I need that. And then at the end of the day, it's like they don't even know order. It's just you wasting my time just to waste my time, you know? Or they taking your time away from what you're doing, but they really want to do something more in the future. And you gotta tell them, well, when you're ready, come over. They should have known that since the beginning. Like when you're ready, you come over. I just But anyway, some people window shop. I know I do. Like I'll go on Amazon, look at an item like 100 times. I'll start reading the description. I'll start looking at it back and forth. I'll start thinking, do I really need this? And then eventually, maybe a week, a month, maybe who knows, 6 months later, I decide, okay, cool, I want to buy it. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's cool when you're online. But it's annoying when you have a shop and people are coming in and interrupting you because let's say if everybody that comes in spends about an hour, you have 8 hours to get whatever you need done in the shop done and then go home. 8 people showed up. You basically did nothing for the whole day. I debate if I want to spend or not. Facts. Yeah. So these are some of the things that you have to worry about. However, in the long run, if I am going to have something, I've had an office style store, not a storefront. And all that means is this: there's a building, and the building is different offices. You choose an office that will allow you to fit all your equipment in there. And then you start doing your YouTube, your marketing, whatever. But nobody knows where you are unless you tell them or unless you advertise to them where you are. Then they'll show up. But when you're in an office, people can't just show up randomly. They have to be on the list because there's a security guard at the front that will be like, okay, cool. How may I help you? Oh, I'm Tom. All right, Tom, how may I help you? I'm here for Levi Apparel. You're not on the list. On the list. Yeah. Did you give him a call? And then that's when you get that call. Ring, ring, ring. Hey, hi, I'm Tom. Can I come up to your store? Whatever. That's when you hit up the security guy like, hey, ring, yeah, let him up. Right? Now, that limits the amount of people that's coming to see you because you have a checkpoint, right? So if you don't have a checkpoint, you just have a store, what will happen is random people are just gonna walk in like just start looking around. Now you gotta look at them like, yo, what's this guy doing? Like, is he ordering or not? Like, what's this lady doing? Is she ordering or not? You know, you're doing your thing, and then all of a sudden it's like you're like, okay, cool, let me go print some shirts. Hey, I got a question. Uh yes. Uh what do you do? You did see the sign, it says apparel, and you do see a bunch of shirts that blink. And you do see a screen printing machine or DTF machines. Most of the time people don't know. They don't know. They don't make they don't make shirts. So now you have to take the time and be like, oh yeah, I design custom design shirts just like the sign says up front and with the picture. What can I do for you? I was thinking about this, that, I don't know. And I'm talking to you now, but I really want it like a week or two later. when I can finally come and pay for it, and or 6 months later when I can finally come and pay for it. But let's talk now. What? These are the stuff that prompt me to say, you know what? I'd rather have an office style store instead of a storefront. You know what I'm saying? Or shop. And that's part of the reason why I have the shop in my backyard, because I'm like, nobody is allowed in my property. So you can't just be like, oh, I want to come in to leave my apparel. No, 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 no. You're trespassing. But no, you are trespassing. We are an online order basis only. Oh, okay. Now, guess what? I can make my YouTube channels. I can talk. I can do this. I can do that. And then while orders are coming in, right? A lot of people don't realize like the flexibility that you have being able to not be in the eye of the public. Because if they're not constantly looking at you, they're not constantly wanting to come to you and just talk. Are you going to order? They just want to talk, you know? So this is some of the things that like prompt me to say, like, I have to think if I want a storefront or if I just want a factory style. Now, all the stuff I've been looking at, they're mostly storefront style factories. So basically, it's a shop with logo on the outside, and you have the door on the side, but it's all pitch black. You know. All right. Distinct performance says I get the 25 phone calls a day, wasting my time, or someone trying to lower my quote. All right. Distinct performance also says that's why I stopped answering the phone and ask for them to email so I can stream through real profit. I feel you, man. I feel you. Sometimes that's how you gotta do it, because if you have people just calling you for random stuff and they're not really calling you because they want to order, but they checking your prices so they can decide what their prices are gonna be, that sometimes can be, it can be a headache. You know, if you have people that's calling you and they're not really calling you to order, they just calling you to check the prices to see if they should go with you or somebody else, that can be annoying. And then also, if you have somebody that's calling you and they're not ordering, they just checking to see if they like your website, they like your business, and then they calling. Some people will call just to see what kind of person you are. Are you the type that's gonna be like, hello? Or you gonna be the type that's gonna be like, hello, good evening. How may I help you? Or the type that's gonna be like, hi, what's up? You know, they want to know, they want to feel, okay, yeah, I like how you said, hey, what's up? It makes me feel like, you know, I'm a friend and I'm gonna order from. Or some people might be like, yeah, I like that indirect of good evening, how may I help you? It makes me feel like I'm gonna be treated like a king or something like that. Or why they just say hello and not tell me what the name of their company is? I don't like that. I'm not gonna order. Some people are picky like that, right? Um, but either way, if you're not seeing them, they just a phone call. You can hang up if you want. You know, you don't have to waste the half an hour to 20 minutes to an hour. You know what I mean? It could easily be like, yeah, we've been talking for 15 minutes and I told you about the business. Are you going to place an order? If so, you need to go on the website, place your order, and I'll be with you. If not, do you have your credit card ready? Are you ready to order? You know? All right. Okay, same comment. Yeah, so let me put that on. Yeah. So yeah, so when it comes to store, storefront, or just a shop, I don't really mind where I am. I just want a place that's close enough that if I had to, like on a blizzard or something like that, and I'm like, you know what, nobody up, but I don't want to be home to waste time. Let me go shop. Let's say if it's a day off already, it's a blizzard. I'm not gonna be doing anything anyways. Um, and the shop is like less than 3 minutes walking distance, right? Maybe with the snow, it might be like 5, 10. I can enjoy a nice little brisk walk, get to the shop, and then just start getting stuff done. I don't even have to open it, leave it closed, and start getting stuff done. Or if it's one of those shops that's built like you don't even notice it's a shop, it's just a building, right? And then you have the little words on the door. I think that's what I might do. The little words on the door. And then that way people see the logo, but they gotta come in to know what's going on. You know? I think that's one of the things that I may do when it comes to the shop to make it a little bit more conspicuous. You know what I'm saying? And by doing that, I'll be able to get work done, be efficient, and set up these contracts. However, I do know when I do have the shop, it's a big possibility that I will be focusing on equipment. And the reason why, when you have good equipment, you are more productive. But even if you don't, but not all equipment are good. It's all how you take care of it. All right. Um, it's all about how you take care of it. All right. Distinct performance says no store front for me. Too many walk-ins and I can't get work done. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. So yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm thinking in my head like I saw a few stores that was in my area that's like on sale right now. Uh, that I'm thinking about considering for. My area is one of those areas that's a little bit more rural. So we don't have a lot of people right now that's in my area. Although I do live in a city, it's not a humongous city. It's not the main city. So I'll probably get maybe one or two people walking in, but I can easily just, if I have windows, just put in like, just darken them all the way. So now people are not seeing what's going on the inside. They just see a little sign on the door. And if they want, they come in. Eventually, they'll find out through the website that I'm available. This is my location. If they want to come in and pick up, that is a possibility. However, as far as like people coming in, I think I may just inform them right off the bat. Hey, listen, if you're going to order, we'll continue this conversation. If you're not ordering, I don't see reason to continue this conversation until you're, and that's basically what I'm planning on doing. Well, I still got time. Yeah. So yeah, that's probably in like a year to year and a half. I got work on the credit, get things going, and then eventually maybe one day have my own storefront, right? Do I need it right now? No, I don't. I got a shop already. It's detached from the house. You know, all my equipment is there. The only issue I have with that, with the space that I put in, which is not much of an issue anyways. Uh, on the in the shop, I have storage area, but if I get extremely busy, I don't really have a place where I can store a lot of those short shirt orders. I'd have to be rushing to take everything out. And that's easily remedied. I have enough space on my property that I could actually make a 8 by 8 shed. I was gonna say shop, but I think about it, shed, storage shed. If I do that, the rule is I cannot have a storage shed that's within, I think, 5 to 6 feet from each other. I mean, it would have to be 5 to 6 feet from each other. No, 2 feet from each other. It is possible I can just build another shed and then have that store, allow the things. Now, the complexity of being at home, and if the shop is booming and actually is making business, is this. My vehicle, definitely I can bring stuff back and forth. I'm within 5 minutes from the post office. I think 10 to 15 minutes from UPS. If I drive to work, that's even better because I have to pass a UPS to get to work and a FedEx. So I have many ways of getting products to customers. But the downside is I may have to leave early to get all these things done. You know, I believe it's a lot better to just stay where I am. If I grow, I grow. You know what? Distinct performance, I think you, as business owners, we're always looking for the next best thing. Sometimes it may be a storefront. And I think what I may do is if I do make the amount that I want, I believe what I may do is this: save that money, invest on a bigger property, right? Sell my current property. I'm talking about future. And then by investing on a bigger property, bigger lot, I can convert a, let's say, a 2 car garage. I can add an additional on top of it, and then that'll be my shop right there. That'll be my shop right there. The garage can still be used as a vehicle setting. On top can just be what I wanted to, or I typically don't park my car in the garage anyways. I don't really care for it. Um, I may just leave the car out and just use the car as just a regular shop. Just, you know, uh, insulate that thing, have my plumber add heating to it, and then, man, there it is. Now I can still operate, have more things come in, and I can still set up a storage shed, right? A 10 by 12. I can still do another 10 by 12 shop storage. And now I have more storage capabilities. Still stay online. Because one of the things I realized is this, right? While talking about this, it's good to brainstorm these things. Hold on, let me see what time it is. Okay, 2:07. I have to be in by 3. So I gotta get ready to go in about 3 to 5 minutes. I'll be leaving. Um, I do primarily online bases, and it's a good thing I did online bases and I didn't focus on having a storefront. When COVID happened, I did not have I had an actual store. I had a store. No, I should say I had a office shop. I had a shop. If you go back to my video, you'll see that I opened up. I was paying. It was actually pretty inexpensive. I had a 9 by 13 shop. I was paying 650 bucks per month. Oh, what's going on? What's going on, Jose? Yeah. So yeah, so I was paying 650 for my shop, right? Now at the time, things were going good. I was getting online orders. Plus, I had was getting orders from people around me, and I was getting ready to push to do flyers. The channel was booming. Things were happening. We were good, right? However, what started to happen was, hold on. Yeah, what started to happen was I realized on my slow season, the majority of money I'm making was paying a lot of the storefront. I mean, the overhead that I had for the store. I mean, the shop. And I got to a point where I'm like, yeah, I'm not making much at all. And this was during the slow times. So eventually I left that and I went to my, what's that thing called? I went to the apartment and, you know, the whole story. Either way, I'm back home and I got the shop. So the fact that I have the shop, I think I'm gonna keep it like that for a while and then just grow as needed. All right. I feel you facts. So thank you everybody who joined. Thank you everybody who's here. Like and subscribe. This is Levi Pearl. We're doing a lot of big things. I got the video. HT100. It doesn't want to do the summation. Even with the refillable ink, it worked. And then when I started using it, because I had to do print head cleanings, it decided, nah, I don't want to work with this. So I put it back and I'm only going to be using it for regular ink printing. All right. Like, subscribe. This is Levi Apparel, and we out.